All right, we're back again, and I want to cover a few things that I did not cover in my previous videos, things that I think would be pretty useful to know. Let's start off with a little inventory management, because if you play this and you haven't done this yet, you've probably been having a mess of inventory. The first thing you want to do is open up your engravings. Now, if you have your Super Makoko engravings, you have to disable them to do this. But once you have your normal engravings opened up, you want to mark any engraving that you think is going to be useful. You can look at guides or just look at what I have set up. These are engravings that are going to be used by some class optimally in some way, shape, or form. And then of course you want to mark your class ones. So what this will do is when you get the drops, this icon here will be on top of them. So you know which ones have anything useful. Additionally, you want to do the same thing with your tripods. So when you go to settings, you can see here that I have this one here marked. That means every time you get an amulet with these here, that icon is going to be on top of it. I have it set up for all of these ones up here. I do not check amulets, even though we did mark the tripods. I mark them just so I know there's something useful on them. But even if it's something useless, I still learn it if it's a level 4 or level 5 tripod, because I just want to learn things and have them all just in case. Additionally, in the future, when they do delete a skill and you have that skill up to like level 5, say, you will get level 5 amulets to compensate you for learning that level 5. But anyways, so I have everything marked. I go one tier below whatever my current is, since this is a ancient character, so I just have it dismantle everything relic. Tier 3, obviously, since I'm in tier 3. I do not consider item quality because sometimes people want low quality just because they just want to complete their build and then upon gaining. Now, I dismantle any of these 3 here, domination, endurance, expertise, because they're so niche and nobody really cares about them. And then I like to set this one here just to 1 or more. That's it. That's auto dismantling. Once you get everything, once things drop and they don't have any of this stuff like that, they'll just instantly turn into dust, turn into honing materials. And then a quick little note on gem fusing, since we're right here anyways. So you can set it to auto fuse to save some space, which is definitely something you should be doing. Now, what level you want to do is up to you, but say I'm trying to ship all these to a new class and get them to a all level 7. So what I want to do is, like I have here, have it all to level 6. Why I want to have them to 6 and not 7, even though I'm trying to get 7, it's because I want that character to fuse them on their own, so that way those gems roll into their skills. So hopefully you can save a little silver trying to just getting them off the bat as opposed to re-rolling them. So now another important topic is going to be the tools that you use for your trade skills. Now, I'm perfectly fine with epic, and I think you should be fine with that too, is if you're going to be stepping into legendary or relic ones, you're generally only using those, you're switching those out for when you're doing things like this excavation chest that you might get, or anything that's kind of more rare. And the reason is because that all these tools here, they have durability. Now, this thing started off at 100 durability, but when you use it and you repair it, there's a chance that the durability is going to go down. So even if you are spending like 20k on your relic or whatever it is for that, it's going to be something that you're going to have to either use the cash shop to increase its durability, or you're going to have to craft another one. And on the topic of crafting, what you have to do is all these basic effects here, they are RNG. So you can craft them. You might craft your relic one and get bad RNG and not get anything that is useful. Because the 2 main things you're going to want on these things, for everything but fishing, you want to gain super armor. So that means that even if a mob is attacking you, you're still gathering. So along with super armor, the other important thing is going to be the one I have here at the bottom, which is basic rewards. Now you're going to actually need the highest ratio of basic rewards versus anything else. So that's why you want the most basic rewards, is they're actually going to be the most important ones as long as you are gathering in the right tier. So make sure you are gathering in a tier 3 place, so you are getting the rare materials for tier 3. And again, you want the super armor on everything but fishing, just because you're never really going to be in combat around the time you're fishing. Then when it comes to how you actually obtain these tools, I should mention, is this embassy that I'm at right here, down here in your stronghold. This is where you buy the recipes. Then from here, you just do your normal crafting in your workshop and tools. And you just craft them here. Now, these here, this is mining. These here, I think you actually craft the tool parts. This is relic, so these are both excavating. And then the kit here you actually get from the special boxes from excavating. So chances are you're going to have to buy those off the auction house. And again, I think purple is good enough for all around purposes. If you do want a min-max, you would get a relic or a legendary and hope it rolls the right ones, and then use them on only special digs and stuff like that. And then just a quick reminder is just to make sure you're using the right stat for your pets. Now, you can set them to whatever stat you want. The main ones are obviously going to be crit, spec, and swift. These ones here, I think everybody pretty much just leaves it at max HP. I could be wrong, but yeah. Now, when it comes to the legendary skill, These here, they barely make any difference to the game. Like, do not worry about this at all. Now, if you want to do anything with them, that is done with the cookie workshop. You just set them on the treadmill, you get their experience all the way up, you buy some items, and then you upgrade it back here. All right, so we're going to end this off with some progression tips. So here is Tower. Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Now, these are all going to have mounting materials on them, but for the first time clear, they're going to have things like skill points, card experience, and stuff like that. My advice to you is going to be, if you made a Power Pass character, have them run through Tier 1 and Tier 2, and then that way, when you have characters that are going to run it naturally for materials, they're going to get these materials as opposed to those one-time earning things. Additionally, when it comes to the other one, Throne Spire, you only have to clear things once. For example, if I clear level 25, I get all the loot from level 1 through 25. So unlike Tower, you can skip floors. Tower is going to be a little bit of a tedious thing, but they're pretty good for learning the game too. But yes, you get a good amount of materials from them. Additionally, on the topic of progression, there are going to be a few vendors across the world that you can buy some one-time purchase things that are going to be pretty useful. So the first two is going to be Anguish Isle and Chaos Line. Now these ones here, what it is you do quests in the area, then you unlock this daily. When you unlock this daily, you get entrance into Chaos Line or Anguish Isle, and you can do those once a day. You get a material out of them, and there's a vendor at those areas that you're just going to be able to buy materials. Additionally, there's also Moko Island down here. It is a event you'll see on the calendar. You do it, you fight the witch, and then you get coins and you turn it in. And lastly is going to be Rowan. Now you do have to complete the Rowan story to act as this vendor, because you're going to need to be doing weekly quests and the weekly content for it. Make sure that you do all your guide quests. Now, there's none here, but there is going to be a ton when you log into a Super Makoko or a new character. Just do them all. They're going to teach you a lot. They're going to start unlocking things. And in general, you want to do all purple quests. They generally do unlock something, give you some sort of reward that's worth it. So yeah, do all purple quest. And then before, I did talk about skill points, but I didn't really say how to track them. So if you go over here to Codex and you type skill point, here are all the skill points in the game, and it'll tell you if you acquire them and how you get them. So yeah, keep those things in mind. There are a lot of them, but yes, make sure you get them. All right, with that being said, that should be it for this video. I might have more things to cover out in the future. These are just the things I thought about in the last week or so, but things I did not cover in my videos, my primer videos. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.